Hi everyone, this is the self-awareness exercise for the week of December 15th or whenever you see it and the headings on the cards draw you in. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this week. I'm going to show you the card and read the card, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So the card that comes out from the contemplation pack is forgiveness. And here it is if you'd like to take a screenshot. Now, forgiveness. Type 1. Even though I tell you that it's okay, I'll never really forget. And by the way, it's conditional. If you ever do it again, or something else I judge as bad or wrong, it will show up again like it's never been gone, and the tally sheet of your wrongdoings will grow and grow and grow. Forgiveness type 2. We're innocent creatures who are here to learn and teach each other. In this process, we'll sometimes do things that hurt each other. It's part of the journey towards self-awareness. There's nothing to forgive, only understanding to be had. So when you hear that, or when you look at the print, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it a particular situation? Does it feel just like a theme? And what position have you been in? Have you been using type 1? Have you been using type 2? Or has forgiveness been used against you in the type 1 way? Notice what memories come up. And just notice also, as you go into the week, where does the theme of forgiveness show up? It might be in your life directly, it might be hearing stories, it might be a magazine article or a podcast, something that's going to bring the theme of forgiveness and non-forgiveness up. It's kind of a big time of year for that, but I won't go into that right now. Now, the energy that you are being asked to embrace and really embody as much as possible is the idea of service. So it's the energy of service. And there's the screenshot. Service. This is about assisting others, yourself, the earth and its species, including the human race, regardless of praise or public accolades. It may be through deed or presence alone. It may simply be a way of thinking that permeates all of our normal daily activities. Hold the attitude that the world is a place where we're all here to help each other in some way and embody that. You're the one who's going to have to decide what that feels like to you. But one of the best ways for you to be able to get into that is to think about the idea that we are all here to serve each other, that we're all learning. We're here to be of service to ourselves and to the world, which is very interesting when you link it back to the forgiveness number 2 option, which is we're innocent creatures who are here to learn and teach each other. Well, it's kind of like the service thing too. In the process, sometimes we'll do things that hurt each other. But if we understand we're all here to learn and grow, and that's part of the process, then okay. So where does service come in that? What does that look like? That's, again, something you're going to have to look at. But I would say in terms of embodying the energy of service, I would really look at it, first of all, from the point of view of we are all here to be of service to ourselves and each other, that this is a mutual situation. And if you can imagine now that the world is a safe place where we are all in service to each other, what kind of attitude, what kind of feeling does that bring to you? And embody that. Now, this is perfect, okay? Cognitive distortions is the literal awareness activity that you're being asked to apply to yourself this week. And as you do that, you notice where the concept of forgiveness comes up. You notice when it is of benefit to you to call in that energy of service as something we are all here to perform for ourselves and each other. So cognitive distortions, I believe I I believe I held it up. Okay. Too much time out in the cold with the donkeys today. It was a lovely Christmas. Okay, cognitive distortions. Watch your vocabulary today. You're on the lookout for cognitive distortions. These are statements that are not factually accurate. Each time you notice one, correct it on the spot. Change it for a factually true statement. Example distortion, I have nothing to wear. Example correction, I feel like I have nothing to wear. Or, I don't want to wear anything I own right now. And of course, you can keep going. Notice how changing the statement changes your feeling and your perspective. So this is really interesting because what you might find then, okay, so I'm going back to what I said I was going to do. As you look at the cognitive distortion card, where do you see cognitive distortions showing up in your life this week? Where do you find yourself making statements that are absolute? Oh, he always does this, she never does that. Oh gosh, I've got nothing to eat. Well, yeah, you do. You just don't want to cook it. Things like that. Notice where they come up and then reframe it into something that is more empowering. Okay? Because to say I have nothing to eat or I have nothing to wear or she always does that or he never does that, that's a kind of statement that is creating limits. And so the cognitive distortion one, by correcting them, what you do then is you don't just end at a dead-end street. You end up with an opportunity to make a new choice. But once you clarify what is actually the fact, then you get to make a new choice. I have nothing to eat. Oh, yes, I do. I don't want to cook is the fact. Oh, well, if I don't want to cook, then I don't just have to wander around being hungry. I just have to find another solution to feed me that doesn't involve me preparing the food. So this, I would say, is going to be really interesting for you because what you might find, because remember, we're looking at this within a 3-card spread where it's the concept that you're on the lookout for coming up and reflecting on from time to time, the energy you're being asked to embody carries with it an awareness, of course, and then the action card. You might find cognitive distortions coming up around issues of forgiveness or non-forgiveness. And of course, forgiveness, what's the flip side? Blame, guilt, things like that. So notice when any of those things come up for you this week. Notice whatever cognitive distortions you might use around them. And as you do, move into the idea of service. Well, we're all here to learn and grow. We're all here to help each other, including ourselves. And how does that energy help you deal with any cognitive distortions around forgiveness, blame, and all of that stuff? Okay, I'm going to leave you with that, my friends. Take good care and have fun.